If you're new around here, I'll fill you in on what's going on, but I've posted several videos on my channel about this already. Pablo Hidalgo, who is one of the people on the story team for Lucasfilm, responded to a tweet making fun of Star Wars Theory for crying at the Luke Skywalker scene in The Mandalorian. If you want to know the details on this, I did a full video on all the drama, but pretty much the gist of it is Pablo made fun of Theory and then doubled down on it instead of apologizing. But now even more news has surfaced and this stuff is pretty crazy, and getting crazier. Variety did an article on this whole Star Wars Theory versus Pablo Hidalgo situation, and that article is really a joke because it blames everyone except for Pablo. I'm going to do a whole video on that article as well, but this video was much more urgent. So the article was bad, but the replies to the article were even worse. We had people calling Theory a crybaby and all that stuff, but that's expected. But then a Lucasfilm employee replied to the article and said this: "Bottom of the barrel detected. Go away." Now there are two ways of looking at this, and neither of them are really pretty. First, let's explain who this employee is. His name is Mitch Dyer. He wrote the games Squadrons and Battlefront 2, so he's a pretty important player within Lucasfilm. First, let's look at the most likely reason for him tweeting this, and that reason is probably defending Pablo. Now the article doesn't really go after Pablo, but it does condemn Lucasfilm for opening The Last Jedi wounds back up, especially the headline. If you just read the headline, I can definitely see where you would think that they were going after Pablo in the article, but a Lucasfilm employee making fun of a fan for being emotional over a Lucasfilm creation was bad enough, but a different Lucasfilm employee defending those actions? Now this is getting wild. Not only is this a bad look for him from the fans, but it's also a bad look for him from Lucasfilm's perspective. Lucasfilm already made Pablo apologize for his statement on Twitter, so having another employee defend the action kind of contradicts the statement that Lucasfilm put out. Now the less likely but more destructive reason is that he was talking about Theory in his reply. The original thread that Pablo responded to in the first place was saying that Theory faked his reaction for views, and if you watch that reaction, there's no way it was fake. I mean, I looked pretty close to that while I was watching too. If Mitch is referring to Theory being bottom of the barrel for faking his reaction, then he's gonna be in some trouble. Now I don't think this reasoning is very likely, but it is a possibility. Either way though, it's not a good look for Lucasfilm or this Mitch guy. But what does this mean for this overall story? Well, the first thing is, this won't be over anytime soon. First, Pablo doubles down after major backlash from fans, and now this guy is tripling down. I get if Pablo is his friend or something and he just wants to defend his friend, but dude, this is just not the time. I really wish this Mitch guy was more specific to what he was referring to with this tweet so the speculation didn't go on too long, but I highly doubt that we will ever truly find out that answer. This whole thing just sucks for everyone involved. It really seems like Lucasfilm might want to monitor their employees' social media posts a little bit closer, because they obviously can't handle themselves like professionals. We need to take this opportunity as fans to come together and stand up against people like Pablo, but more importantly to stand with people like Theory. We need to block out the negativity, not with more negativity, but with positivity. Lucasfilm and Disney have made some serious mistakes in the last few years, but they seem to be learning in a lot of ways. They seem to still be lacking in the public relations department, but at least they're hiring the right people to create content now. Let's use this time to come together as a fan base and not divide any further. Theory is a fan like the rest of us. Let's stand with him and each other. But thanks for watching the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you go check out some of my other content and even consider subscribing. Also, if you liked the video, make sure you leave a like on the video. It really helps the channel out a lot. But other than that, I really appreciate you watching up until this point. Thank you for watching the video in general, and I hope to see you on the next one.